Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show's 32-year-old Virginia resident Farbod Azari, I think is how you say his first name. He goes by the name of Francis, though, and he traveled to D.C. with his father, Farbod. They became separated after they arrived at the Capitol. So Azari approached a police line on the Capitol grounds. This is Azari Jr., and he started yelling and gesturing at the police. Then he spit at the police, and then he retreated back into the mob just briefly, and then he was seen on video throwing a water bottle at them. Moments later, Azari was seen pulling on and stomping on black metal fencing that was bolted into the ground at the base of the Capitol steps. So this was seemingly permanent fencing. So he and others completely destroyed the fence. They tore it out of the ground. And then a while after that, Azari was seen waving a red Trump flag around under the inauguration scaffolding, the scaffolding that had been erected for Joe Biden's inauguration. So he then was seen on video jabbing at the police officers with that flagpole. He hit one of them in the arm. And then minutes later, Azari led the mob in a charge up a flight of stairs, and they were chasing after the police, who were very outnumbered. So as he ran forward, Azari was gesturing behind him for the mob to follow. And then he rushed up to the next police line that had formed, and Azari was seen pushing his shoulder into another officer. He was trying to break through that police line. That officer pushed Azari back into the crowd, and then he was seen throwing another water bottle at the police line. Azari then found another flagpole on the ground. He picked it up, he raised it behind his head, and he moved toward the police line, and then he swung it at the officers. Then Azari was seen backing up a few feet. He chucked the flagpole at the police like a spear, and then sometime later, Azari and his dad left the Capitol. So never went inside, but caused a lot of damage. And in the days that followed, Azari texted his father and he said, quote, "These motherfuckers want to start a war. They're going to get it." And quote, "Let's fight, motherfuckers." Azari and his father also talked about the need to delete evidence, and Azari told his dad that he had already deleted all of his social media. He deleted all of his photos from his phone from January 6th. But Azari apparently sent a text to someone else, and he admitted to his crime. So that text came back to bite him because someone reported it to the FBI. And in that text message, Azari wrote, quote, "We are warriors. We did that." So on April 13th of 2021, the FBI went out, they interviewed Azari, and they showed him photos of himself at the Capitol. He denied it. He still denied even being in D.C. on January 6th. Not like, oh, I didn't go in the Capitol, I didn't commit any acts of violence. No, he said he never even went there. He said he and his father were at his house the whole day on January 6th. And as with his father, Azari told the agents that the photos could be of, quote, any brown man. So Azari was arrested on January 21st of 2023, and he was charged with civil disorder, obstructing an official proceeding, 3 counts of assaulting officers, 2 of which included a dangerous weapon enhancement, destruction of government property, entering restricted grounds with a deadly or dangerous weapon, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, 2 counts of physical violence, and parading or demonstrating in a Capitol building. And I should point out, the prosecutor mentioned that Azari was carrying a knife that day. So that's part of the reason why he was hit with a dangerous weapon enhancement on some of the misdemeanor charges. So in January of 2024, Azari pleaded guilty to the felony charges of civil disorder and assaulting officers with a dangerous weapon. But based on just the assault charge alone, he was facing up to 20 years in prison, 3 years of probation, and $250,000 in fines. The prosecutor, however, requested a sentence of only 57 months in prison, 3 years of probation, and $2,000 in restitution. So U.S. District Judge Royce Lamberth presided over Azari's case, and at the sentencing hearing, Azari told the judge, quote, No one told me to throw a bottle. I chose to throw it. No one told me to pick up a flagpole. I chose to pick it up. I want to take responsibility fully and nothing less. So better late than never, I guess. Judge Lamberth told Azari's father that he raised a good kid after that. And he said that he was moved by the Azari story because apparently they fled Iran and their dictatorial government. And Judge Lamberth told them, quote, "Y'all chose this country. I think we're lucky to have people like you come to our country. I've been criticized for saying I think people like you are good people. I stand by it." When all was said and done, he sentenced Azari to 50 months in prison, 2 years of probation, and $2,000 in restitution. So a decent sentence, in my opinion, compared to what we usually see. Also, Azari will get credit for the time served, so roughly 6 months. He's been in jail since his plea hearing. So Azari's going to spend more than 4 years in prison for a president, for a man who wanted to deport and block people from coming into our country who look like him, right? I seriously don't get it. And I hope he and his father have woken up. I can only imagine how his mother feels. You know, she just lost years with both her son and her husband for Trump, for a man who would not piss on them if they were on fire, and over a complete lie. Was it worth it? As I always ask. Anyway, I will let you all know if I hear any more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.